1. People remember random things you say. The first sign you're more attractive than you realize is when others remember things you said that felt insignificant to you. Random comments from casual conversations, things you've already forgotten, stick in their minds. A coworker brings up that quick thought you shared about a movie at lunch. A friend repeats a joke you made weeks back. Someone recalls your offhand remark about the coffee shop music. Here's why this matters: people don't hold on to words unless they left an impact. True attractiveness, your personality, humor and presence, makes your words linger. I noticed this myself when a woman I barely knew repeated something I'd said months earlier about grocery store layouts being intentionally confusing. I had forgotten it completely, yet she remembered it word for word and even told her friends. That's when I understood. If people recall your throwaway comments, you're making more than a polite impression. Think about it. Don't you remember lines from people who intrigued you, who seemed magnetic? When others consistently remember your words, it's because your delivery, your perspective, your energy are unforgettable. 2. Strangers go out of their way to help you. The second sign is when strangers are unusually helpful in ways that stand out. The barista adds extra whipped cream without you asking. A cashier finds a way to give you a discount. Someone holds the door longer than they need to, or offers to help carry something. This goes beyond politeness. It's instinct. People are wired to be generous toward those they find appealing. I started noticing it when servers would linger at my table. Employees offered help I hadn't asked for, and even strangers on buses gave up their seats. At first, I thought it was coincidence. Then I realized it happened everywhere, with different people. Attractiveness isn't just looks, it's presence, warmth, and approachability. People want to be kind to those who carry themselves with confidence and positive energy. Physical beauty matters, but kindness, respect, and authentic warmth often matter just as much. 3. People compliment what you see as flaws. The third sign is when people constantly praise qualities you consider flaws. You might hate how loud your laugh is, but others call it contagious. You may feel insecure about freckles, but strangers find them striking and beautiful. You think you talk too much, but people say you're engaging. Attractive people are often blind to their own appeal, because we're hyper-aware of our quirks. I used to dislike my voice, thought it was too deep and slow. I'd rush through presentations, trying to hide it. Yet, people kept telling me it was calming, authoritative, even enjoyable to listen to. What I thought was a weakness, they saw as a strength. Others don't notice imperfections the way we do. They experience them as distinctive traits that make us memorable and attractive. 4. People light up when they see you. The fourth sign might be the clearest. People's faces brighten when you show up. Their smiles widen. Their energy shifts. You can see their mood lift the instant they spot you. It's not about being the most popular person in every room. It's about having a presence that genuinely uplifts people. I noticed coworkers perked up when I entered the office. Friends got visibly excited when I arrived at gatherings. Even casual acquaintances seemed happy to run into me. At first, I chalked it up to politeness. But then I compared how they greeted me versus others. And the difference was obvious. When people's energy changes just because you're around, it's because they associate you with humor, warmth, or positive energy. And that can't be fate, it's a raw, unconscious response. 5. You get invited without asking. The fifth sign is when people naturally include you in plans, without you hinting. Friends invite you to parties you didn't know were happening. Co-workers ask you to join for lunch or after work. Acquaintances pull you into concerts, trips, or group outings. This happens because people instinctively want those who elevate the experience to be there. When someone's planning something fun, they think, who makes this better? And your name comes up. I noticed I was being added to weekend trips and dinner parties I had no part in organizing. People weren't inviting me out of obligation. They were genuinely excited about including me. Invitations are a reflection of value. If you're consistently asked, it's because your presence makes things more fun and memorable. 6. People mirror your energy. The sixth sign shows up in conversations. Others unconsciously mirror your tone, gestures, and rhythm. They start speaking at your pace, using your phrases, even adopting your body language. This is subconscious rapport. Humans naturally mirror people they feel drawn to. I realized this during group conversations. If I was calm, others slowed down. If I was energetic, they matched it. They'd even use expressions I had used earlier. Mirroring happens because attractive energy pulls others into alignment. Pay attention. Do people copy your gestures, adopt your tone, or echo your expressions? If so, that's not random. That's social magnetism. 7. People are curious about your life. The seventh and final sign is when people show real curiosity about you. They don't just make small talk. They ask questions, remember details, and follow up. They want to know about your hobbies, your opinions, your travels, your weekend plans. I noticed this when conversations with me often turned into people asking about my outlook, my projects, my perspectives. They weren't just filling silence. They were genuinely invested in who I was and how I saw the world. This kind of curiosity isn't surface level. It's a sign of attraction and admiration. People want to understand the lives of those they find magnetic. Most men underestimate their presence because they only think attractiveness is about looks. But as you've seen, it's deeper than that. Attraction is about energy, presence, and how people feel when they're around you. Think about each of these 7 signs carefully. People remember the random things you say. Strangers go out of their way to help you. Others compliment what you see as flaws. Faces light up when you walk in. Invitations come your way without you asking. People mirror your energy unconsciously. Genuine curiosity surrounds your life. If these patterns keep showing up for you, understand one thing: you are already more magnetic than you've been giving yourself credit for. These aren't coincidences, they're signals. Proof that others are drawn to your presence, even when you don't realize it. Attractiveness is not about perfection. It's not about being flawless or having everything figured out. It's about being authentic, carrying yourself with confidence, and bringing energy that others want to be around. That's what people are responding to when they laugh at your flaws, when they remember your words, or when they light up at the sight of you. The real challenge isn't whether you're attractive, it's whether you're willing to believe it. Confidence comes from seeing the truth of your own value. And once you accept it, you stop chasing validation because you realize you already have it. So here's my challenge to you: stop doubting yourself. Pay attention to the signals. Notice how people respond to you. See what's already obvious. You're more attractive than you think. And the sooner you believe it, the more powerful you'll become. Remember this: the world doesn't just respond to looks. It responds to energy, to presence, to how you carry yourself. You might walk through life thinking you're average, while others quietly feel drawn to you, noticing every detail you overlook about yourself. The problem is, most men never see what others already see in them. They downplay their strengths, obsess over their flaws, and assume they're invisible. But invisibility is a lie your mind tells you. The truth is, attraction isn't always spoken out loud. It shows up in these small signals, in the way people treat you, remember you, and respond to you. When you finally start believing in your own magnetism, something shifts. You no longer force things. You stop trying to prove yourself. And ironically, that's when your attractiveness multiplies, because confidence without arrogance is rare, and people can feel it. So pay attention. The compliments, the help, the invitations, the curiosity, it's not random, it's proof. Proof that you're already leaving an impact. Now the question is, will you ignore it, or will you own it? Because you are far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. Stop doubting it. Start living it. And watch how the world treats you differently once you do. If this video helped you see yourself differently, subscribe for more content on genuine confidence and self-awareness. Drop a comment with the sign that resonated most. I want to celebrate the attractiveness you're finally beginning to see in yourself. Stop underestimating your value. People already recognize it. Now it's time you recognize it too. You're far more attractive than you think. Start believing it.